Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Mary Jane and I have been wanting to do this for quite a long time. So I'm so happy to finally have the tools to start this channel. I've spent probably the last 2 years cash stuffing and it has made a huge difference for me. A lot changed for my life in the pandemic and everything I was working on went out of business or was put on a very indefinite hold. So I had to try a lot of different things and some worked, some didn't, but cash stuffing has really stuck with me. So I wanted to talk about what it is that I do and a couple of things that I created. So I created this mystery challenge. I wanted to look like it as crystal balls, of course, with little crystals and fun. It's a scratch off and it's a 45-day challenge that you can save $1,000 on. So that's been really fun for me. Another thing that I have that is from someone else is Luxe Designs. So I have a savings box here for $5,000. Her stuff is amazing. It's so well made. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And then I also have your traditional cash stuffing binders. A couple of them I got from sellers on Etsy, and some of them I just got off of Amazon. So I have not done anything super fancy with my organization. I use index cards, so I haven't bought really expensive things. I've made it budget friendly for myself because I would rather spend money on stuff that I want as opposed to just making my binders pretty. I do think that there are some incredibly beautiful binder things out there. I think, especially like Aesthetic Dollar, I think it's incredible. I haven't gotten to the point where I want to spend money on that. If I'm trying to save money for things, I'm trying to be frugal in ways that make sense for me. And maybe you are too. I got this binder for, I believe it was $9.99 on Amazon. And it came with the plastics, with the little shuttles that go back and forth. Some people don't like these. Some people like the vellum. And it's great. You can get them very personalized. But for 80 cents for a pack of 100, I could get my index cards and just make it. I also make these my placeholders for when I take money to the bank. So the yellow is my low priority sinking fund. I'm saving for a Pilates reformer for my home. Renovations, plastics, let's be real. I like plastic surgery. Travel and gifts. And so I have a tracker for everything where I've spent money back and forth. Right now I don't have anything in it. I have purged a lot. The white binder. I find this really pretty. I love the texture. These are my essentials. Mortgage, home insurance, car insurance, water. DTE is my electric, internet, and pets. The green binder I have. High priority sinking funds. Okay, Myrtle Hall. Myrtle is my 1970s travel trailer. I am going to be giving her a second life as a seasonal Airbnb here in Detroit. I purchased her in Dallas, Texas. And I actually had her hauled to a place in New Mexico that's right on the New Mexico-Arizona border, which was an artist colony for RVers. And I guess the nicest way to say it is they advertised it as something that it's not. So I decided not to pursue making her an Airbnb there. So I'm bringing her here. But I did live with her, inside of her there for 4 months. Before purchasing my home. I live in this home in Detroit that I purchased sight unseen and came up here to renovate it. Moved in my car with my 2 cats. And yeah, so I'm definitely into adventure and DIY. And I was able to do that with cash stuffing. All right, so a moving van. Most of my stuff is in a storage unit in Dallas. Some of it is at friends' houses and such. So saving up for the moving van to go get that. Dallas gas is literally the gas to get there. I worked it out. In the high price of summer, it should cost me about $800 round trip. Daphne maintenance. Daphne is my car, vehicle maintenance, kindness and taxes. Yes. I will definitely be talking about my house and how I ended up in my house. It was a formerly abandoned home. So talk about being frugal. There's more than one way to skin a cat. If you want to get a house, it is possible, but you have to think outside of the box. Okay, so monthly recurring, the things that come every month. Lot rent, which is the rent that I pay for Myrtle where she's at the moment. She's no longer at that quote unquote artist colony. I say it with finger quotes. Storage for my things, Sirius XM, my car, net credit. I'll never do that again, but I'm still paying on that. Cigna and Jack's car wash. I pay monthly for my car wash. I pay $25, and I can go up to twice a day. And being from Texas, I wouldn't have thought that would be an important thing to purchase. But living up here in the Midwest, where there's snow and ice and all of that gunk on the roads and such, being able to wash my car twice a day actually turned into something really important for me that I didn't ever know would be important. So there we go. This is my brand new binder. I got this one today from NorthStarBudgeting on Etsy. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. So these here were all from Amazon, and they were all either $8.99. I think the textured ones were $9.99 or $10.99. Very budget friendly. This one, hi Captain. He's talking to us in the window. This one from NorthStar I felt was very reasonably priced. It was on sale for $28.99. It's really, really nice. Really lovely. I love all this here. You definitely get that with the higher price items that you don't get with some of the more budget friendly ones, but it's okay. I like to mix and match. Still keeping my El Cheapo envelopes here. In my monthly recurring, I've got my Dallas mailbox and my Detroit mailbox. Why mailboxes? The mailboxes are to keep my address private. The only thing that I have come to me are things that I'm ordering from Amazon that if someone who stole them, that would be okay. But my official addresses in Dallas and Detroit are mailbox services that I pay to sign for my packages. Anything that's coming to me that has my social security number on it, bank statements, all of that is going to secure places. SAG-AFTRA is right here, as I am a professional performer. I have to pay my union dues. AEA, Actors Equity Association, is the union for stage performers. Yoga Alliance, because I am in the Yoga Alliance. I'm a registered yoga teacher. Mint is the best. I moved to Mint over a year ago. I'm so happy I did. I pay a very low fee every 3 months for my phone service, and I may actually move to paying it once a year. It works out at this point to, I believe, $45 a month. The problem with Mint, if you're low on cash at first, is that you have to own your phone outright. You can't be in a situation where you are still paying monthly on your phone. So you have to own your phone outright. And that's pretty much it. And have the money to pay 3 months up front. Weebly is who hosts my website for my small business of being a performer. I do a lot of things. I mean, I've done interior design for people. I do art as an art consultant. I have, oh my gosh, sewn costumes. I do hair. I do tattooing of eyebrows. I do makeup. You know, all kinds of things. Sing, act, dance. Do commercials. I will say the best way to put a very, very small check is to go to the ATM. I laugh because I got a check last week for 48 cents from a show I did on HBO. Residuals are awesome, but sometimes they get embarrassingly low. Ahead gets ahead. Ahead is my legal name. Gets ahead too, because I have 2 binders. I'm working on doing multiple months ahead on my expenses. So I have all of that yet again. So here we go. Lot rent, gas, water, DTE, Mint, Dallas mailbox, Detroit mailbox. And like I said, I work with placeholders so I know when things are ahead. And this is ahead one. Mortgage, home insurance, car payment, car insurance, internet, SiriusXM, Jack's Car Wash, and storage. So if I have something that's ahead, I will let myself know, like boom, with a Post-it. And then right here, that's my little placeholder. Yeah, they're not fancy. I've seen some beautiful ones. But I'm like, do I really want to spend money on that? And also, too, I could make this personal for me, like what my amount is, not just the 50, 100, 500. So, and then this one is my mystery one that I don't talk about. I don't talk about on camera. My beautiful leopard one. This is my dream stuff. The dreams that I'm working on that are the big goals. Slowly but surely, I'll be putting money in them. But yeah. That one is private. Okay, so what do I have going on? In my savings box, I'm going to be saving the $5,000 towards my first Turo car rental. What is Turo? If you don't know what Turo is an app that works like Airbnb. And it's a peer-to-peer sharing platform for cars. You can do sedans, you can do economy vehicles, you can do exotics, you can do minivans, you know. It really does depend on your location, what kinds of vehicles that you would like to work with. But I had the experience of renting from Turo to move my trailer in the pandemic in 2020. And I had never heard of it. I had no idea what it was. And I gave it a whirl. And I was like, this is amazing. It's literally Airbnb for your car. So what I'm working towards is that as a side hustle / investment. So these are the things where I'm getting money from at the moment. So I am primarily a server. I work in fine dining. And, you know, it really depends. It's so all over the place, right? It's an inconsistent income. So to be determined. And weekly, daily, honestly. I'm a server that's not paid daily at the current restaurant that I work at. I have worked at places where I was getting paid every day from the cash that I would get from my tips. And that is not the case. They pay me once a week, the week afterwards. But I'm still tipping out in cash, so I still have to take money with me. It gets actually pretty confusing. But I have this lovely tracker. So if you're a server, it's really lovely. It's called WaiterPal. I paid $20 for the year, and it's invaluable. It's incredible, actually. It tells me what my average is. It tells me, you know, my average for the day, my average for the month, for the last 30 days. It's not like the month, like an actual, like the month of March. But it will create that into an export after that month is over. But it'll give me the average for the last 30 days, my average in tips, my average in my hourly wage. I put in how many hours I worked. It calculates all that fun stuff for me. And it really lets me keep a better control over what I'm making. I definitely work in a zero-based budget. And people ask me all the time, like, what does that mean? Does it mean you have zero money? It's like, no. It means that every dollar has an assignment. So the dollars that are coming up, I will budget, and each dollar has an assigned place that it will go. And a lot of times it goes into here. I am not somebody who pulls out every single dollar to then take it back to the bank. Some people do that and it works for them, but I don't. If I get money into my bank account and it's a direct deposit, I'm going to keep it in there and then pay from it. I also have multiple accounts that do different things. These are all checking, and they're all free checking. Why? Because I don't want to pay the fee. So I have one that does bills. Boom. I have one that's for fun. I have one that's for my future Turo account. I have two that are internet accounts. Okay, the internet accounts. I have Chime and I have Ally. These are interesting because there are no brick and mortar. So you're transferring from a brick and mortar account into them. and it can take, 5 days to get out of them. So if you need to access your money quickly, I would say don't bank with internet banking, or don't make that your primary account. My primary account here for bills is a very large bank. My fun one is a large bank. My Turo is a local bank. Why? And I think it's very important to have things separated. Because this is so tangible and I'm such a visual person, it's really important for me to have these things separated so that I'm not cross-contaminating. I feel like in my life, financially, for a long time, I did that. And it would be like, oh no, there's $500 in there, and that'll be for my auto insurance. And then the next thing you know, it's like there's only 300 in there because I had paid something that took a week to go through. So the money that I thought was dedicated to that is now gone. And so this is why I've really changed this system. Credit cards. I have no credit cards. I stopped using credit cards in 2007. And it has made a really big difference in my life. And people are like, how can you live without a card? Well, I don't live without a card. I have debit cards. I have debit cards for all of these accounts. Most of them are kept in my safe. I only keep one card with me, and that's my bills. So if I know that I'm going to go somewhere, I'm going to pull that money out of my envelope. I'm going to take it to the bank. Bank is right down the street, on the way to where I'm going, and then I'll spend that money on the card. End of story. If I don't have the cash for something, I don't get it. If I don't have the cash for something, I need to save for it. If it's something that's going to take me a bit to save for, I'm going to create an envelope for it. And that's just how I work. It's really worked out for me that way. I pretty much lost everything in the pandemic. I lost my place to live. I lost my car. I was in a horrible car accident in this huge ice storm they had in Dallas, Texas, where we lost power for days and days and days on the grid, and it was at below freezing. I think it was 3 degrees outside. It was below freezing in the house. Like I said, I had lost my place to live. I was like literally living in a friend's. I had no car, no way to get anywhere. It was really tough. It was a very hard time. And so to climb myself out of it, to get into a vehicle that's reliable, that could haul the trailer, to get into my trailer, to buy it, to renovate it, to put it onto a lot, then move it somewhere where I thought I was going to be purchasing a lot, on a 99-year lease, and ended up not doing that. Hi, Captain. Come on up. You want to say hi? There he is. Is my trailer park boy, I like to call him. I found him. Well, he just, decided to become mine in my lot, in my trailer Myrtle. And so that's when I really started getting serious about budgeting and turning my life around, because my main goal, besides, having my house paid off, I'm working very diligently to pay this house off as soon as possible so that I don't have much expenses in my daily life, and I can invest. Thank you so much, Captain. Is that I want to go back to performing, but it's not something that I can really do until I feel secure. And what am I going to do to feel secure? I would like 6 months of expenses in the bank that I'm not touching. So that's something else I have. I have a savings account that I do in quotes, savings, and that is technically in a checking account. So I can access it if I need to, and it will be moving to a high yield savings. Whoa, hi, whoops. Hi, thank you, of course. That will be moving to a high yield savings account here pretty soon. So I'm trying to get 2 months and then move it over, 2 months and then move it over, 2 months and then move it over. So I have the 6 months of living expenses total in a high yield savings account, getting at least 5% interest, and I don't have to worry so much that I will have kind of like fuck you money if I'm working for a company and things aren't working out for me, because I've had some very horrible experiences working, and I feel trapped because it was you're so paycheck to paycheck, especially being a performer. So I'm trying to get to be a performer who has a little bit of a cushion and a little bit more financial savvy than I had previously been. So there you go. That's what I'm working on. I'm excited to have you on your journey, on this journey with me. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. It's brought to you by Captain right here, half of the duo of the Trailer Park Boys, and wishing you a very happy day. Thanks. Have a great day.